brag or anything, but back in my day, I'd hang hoops across the Fulton Street L to sharpen my skills. MJ timed me with a stopwatch that didn't work half the time. It was usually raining, also snowing, and it was uphill both ways. Did I mention it was raining? Anyway, appreciate this retinal tracking holographic haptic system, young man. Appreciate it.
When MJ gets back, I'm having her fact check all these stories.
Another thing I've learned about getting around this city, it's all about personal style. I move my way, Black Cat moves her way, and Electro moves his way. Find your style, let it guide you. And before you know it, you'll be coming up with your own moves. Don't do it like me, do it like you.
Pete's a good teacher, man. Real good.
Sometimes, you gotta take a leap of faith. Get ready to swing!
Woo-hoo-hoo! Man, that was dope.
Nothing beats a good web swing. Except maybe sprinting straight up a building, defying all natural laws and gravity. That comes pretty close.
Oh man, I got this! I got this!
Great form! Let's try some wall run. Wall running lets you maintain a clean line without losing speed.
Dude, I love wall running. Love it!
Web swinging terrified me at first. Felt like being on a malfunctioning carnival ride. But then, 3 months in, I chased some bank robbers over the Queensboro Bridge. It was 6 a.m. The sun was rising. And just, wow. You have not seen New York till you've seen it kissed by the sun in the wee hours. Whole dang island of people all waking up to live their lives. And here I was, swinging like a mad dog over the East River, chasing a bunch of knuckleheads in hockey masks. Fell in love with web swinging that day. This gig's crazy, Miles, but so worth it.
That does sound wonderful.
Some people say they get their best ideas while they're in the shower. I get my best ideas while web swimming. Like the other day, I'm cruising down 9th, catching a glimpse of the Hudson off my right shoulder, seeing bits of the city over my left shoulder. And I think, pizza on a bagel. If you put pizza on a bagel, you could have pizza way more often than we have it right now. Probably. Man, that's a good one. Even impress myself sometimes.
That? No. No, not even gonna touch that.
You know the real beauty of web swinging? It connects you to the city. Say you leap off a building in Soho, dive bomb straight down, throw out a web, and bam! You're swinging from a fire escape on East 7th. That fire escape was built in the 20s, retrofitted in the 80s, repainted in the 90s, and now you're connected to it. Every tradesman ever worked that building, you're shaking their hands, thanking them, celebrating this incredible block of concrete we call home. Beautiful, man. Just beautiful.
That was a good one. Pete's a real poet.
Making choices is what this hero thing is all about. Do you stop the car thief or the bank robber? Rescue the hostages or defuse the bomb? To excel, you gotta see not just the move right in front of you, but the one after that, and the one after that. It's tough as heck, but that's the job. The more you practice, the sharper your instincts will be. And those instincts are the foundation you build everything else on. Hone them. Trust them. Love them.
Pete's right. Gotta practice so I don't even have to think about it.
My Aunt May had the best internal compass of anyone I've ever met. Always knew the right thing to do, like magic. I asked her about that once, and she just laughed. I only know the right paths because I've already walked all the wrong ones. Learn to love your mistakes, Miles. Each one makes you smarter, stronger, sharper. Being a hero isn't about being perfect. It's about learning to fail and keep going.
Man, I miss May. She did have the world's best internal compass.
Sometimes the smallest choices carry the most weight. The week after my Uncle Ben died, I was back in school, and man, was I a mess. Guilty, lost, alone. The bell rang, and everyone raced out of class. Except for one guy who hung by the door looking at me. Almost left, then chose to come back. Sat down and asked me what was wrong. That guy was Harry Osborn, my best friend. Never would have gotten to know him if he hadn't chosen to talk to me that day. Watch out for the big choices, Miles. The little ones? Man, those are the ones that life's made of.
I never heard that one. Hope I get to meet Harry someday.
So, one time, I whipped this old satellite dish to toss at a bad dude's face, but I missed. Satellite dish spun like a frisbee, and man, it sailed, like, all the way to Queens. Incredible. I told MJ, but she thought I was full of it, so I dragged her to the same building, pulled out the same kind of dish, spun around, threw, and the thing dropped like a rocket at East River. MJ laughed so hard, I thought she'd pass out. Yep. Old Spidey's ego took a hit that day, I tell you what.
Pete's gotta tell me where that building is. I wanna see if I can fling a dish to Queens.
When did I start throwing guys at guys? Oh, yeah! That time I fought Fisk at the docks. He threw me at one of his goons. Guy really flips out when you call him bald. And as I was plowing through his bros like a human bowling ball, it was like... total galaxy brain moment. You can throw dudes at other dudes for twice the damage. Talk about life-changing. Like discovering a delicious but previously unknown flavor of ice cream. Things were never the same afterwards.
Pete's internal monologue is beautiful. Dude is full-on crazy. I love it.
Part of this hero thing is branding. What kind of hero are you? The green beefcake who eats bullets for breakfast? The sneaky ninja who hugs the shadows? Me? I'm all about the acrobatic ballet. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. If they can't hit me, they can't hurt me. Plus, I look pretty good doing it.
Acrobatic ballet? I like that.
You know that movie about computers and kung fu where every time they fight, time slows down and they... The camera? Yeah. Sometimes it feels like that when I dodge. Most of the time, it feels like I'm in a giant clothes dryer grabbing loose change, trying not to break my face. Fun, but, you know, hectic.
Insanely comforting knowing Pete doesn't feel in control 24/7 either.
Key to a great dodge? Trust your gut. And in this case, gut means your superhuman intuition, aka spider sense. When I was starting out, I'd second-guess my spider sense, try to stay in the driver's seat instead of letting it take the wheel. That's an easy way to lose a floating rib. Trust your spidey sense gut, Miles. It's there for a reason.
Trust my spidey sense gut. Little gross, but
Heads
good
up.
advice.
Ranged enemies on the field. This Spider-Man gig is about exploiting every little weakness your opponent has to give you the edge. Squaring off against a world-class prize fighter with a mean right hook? Yank him 10 feet off the ground. See how thunderous his punches are while he's flailing around like a skydiver without a parachute. You'd be surprised how quickly even the toughest dudes cry for their mommies when there's no solid ground beneath their feet.
Could listen to Pete Spider-Man shot talk all day. Dude is good at this job.
I had this idea once for a new sport. Airboxing. Set up a giant trampoline, make folks fight while bouncing through the air. $1 billion idea, right? Scrounged together some money, made a prototype, and talked some guys from Flash's Spider-Man fan club into coming to test it out. Super fun for 5 minutes, and then, well, let's just say don't buy secondhand trampolines. Couple few trips to the ER and half a dozen leg casts later, airboxing receded back into the mists of legend. Still think it's a great idea, though. Well, unique idea.
Airboxing. Awful idea. Awful.
The thing I love about air combat is the feeling of freedom. Like you're dancing on thin air. You can go anywhere, do anything. Never feel more like a Spider-Man than when I'm bopping and zipping around above the heads of a bunch of earthbound baddies. Pure joy.
Man, you can hear the happy in Pete's voice. He loves this gig. Whew. Some classical music would go great with this. Like a waltz. A waltz with punches.
Sometimes, when I'm stealthing, I'll imagine I'm like a secret agent on a covert mission to, like, retrieve stolen nuclear codes or something. Total Black Ops, codename type stuff. And then I'll remember I have a codename. It's Spider-Man. And I'm more than likely saving the city from certain destruction at the hands of some nefarious supervillain by doing what I'm doing. Like, my life is already cool. I don't need to imagine it any cooler. Which leads me to one question. Why is my brain so crazy, Miles? Why?
Pete says crazy brain. I say genius brain.
One time, at a Fisk lot in Queens, I stealthed so hard that when I got done, the place was a literal ghost town. Like I had picked off every single guy, webbed them up, and hidden them so well that I couldn't find them when I was finished. Crazy. I must have gone into like a fugue state or something. I was sort of proud, but then Yuri had to call in a search team just to find the guys I had stealthed and hidden. So embarrassing. Let that be a lesson to you, young man. It is possible to be too good at stealth. With great power, and all that.
Sometimes I feel like Pete just makes these stories up on the spot.
Program malfunction. If you listen to Jonah, you might think that I'm only in this gig for the attention. Costume crusader, cavorts for cameras. But I'll tell you what, the anonymity is what I really crave. Helping people is always a good thing. But helping them when they don't know who you are? Helping just to help? Man, that's where it's at. I think that's why I love stealth. It's ego-free heroism. Doing good, just to do good.
It's a nice way to think about things. I like that.
One time, Fisk hired his own dudes to take one of his charity balls hostage. Some kind of wackadoo insurance fraud scheme. I had to creep through this fancy schmancy auditorium, saving all these well-to-do society types one by one. Real nail-biter. When I finally rescued everyone, you know how they thanked me? Gave me the tiniest, driest slice ever from their Fisk-shaped celebratory cake. Wasn't even a good piece from like his face or something. It was his shoe. They gave me Fisk shoe cake. Barf.
Man, I want to see that cake now.
Hostage situations are the most nerve-wracking part of the job. One false step and you might be okay, but someone else's life could change forever. If there's ever a time when you want to be at 110%, this is it. Stay focused, keep calm, and make a plan. Don't gamble with other folks' lives.
Pete's right. This may be training, but it's serious.
Have I ever enjoyed defusing a bomb? What an interesting and specific question. Yes, in fact, I have. Scorpion planted one in the Bugle newsroom when I was in high school. And man, it was like conducting a symphony in miniature. Red wires led to green wires, led to blue wires. Wow, just wow. Saved everyone, locked Scorpion up. But man, I kept thinking about that bomb for weeks afterwards. It was a thing of beauty. Awful, evil, destructive, but also beautiful. Scorpion, complete nut job. Poet with explosives. Who knew?
Am I gonna have stories like Pete in a few years? Hope so.
Piece of advice? Do not try defusing bombs while fighting dudes. Super bad news. I tried that one time fighting Tombstone, and wow, was it stressful. Also required a level of contortion that tweaked out even my super spider flexibility. You know what it feels like to hyper-stretch your sciatic nerve? Whoa, buddy. Talk about the spruce goose of pain. Spent a solid week icing parts of my body you do not want to have to ice. Trust me.
Feels like Pete overshared on that one.
Oh, wow. Whoa. You finished all the challenges. Guess there's nothing to do but release the super secret bonus ultimate challenge. Head to ESU, if you dare. Wow. Wow, evil laughs are so much harder to pull off than they seem.
Oh, man, he's right. Do bad guys take classes in this stuff?
ESU. Hallowed halls. my alma mater. Have I ever told you what happened when I started school here? Step up to the prompt and live the story for yourself.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
On the very first day of class. I'll mash you into birdseed, Spider-Man! Sorry, that's my best Vulture.
Oh, Pete had fun with this.
Vulture's old research partner, Greg Bestman, taught at ESU. Vulture tried to take Bestman out. I tried to stop him. I'll tell you what, Miles, this fight was hard.
Man, this fight is serious.
Always meddling, Spider-Man. Why won't you let me commit my senseless, overly dramatic crimes in peace?
Feel like Pete's working out some stuff with this Vulture imitation.
I'm old! I'm old and I hate you! Get off my lawn! No! No! It was a tough fight, but he was weakening. Then, just as I thought I might actually win, Vulture's eviler twin brother showed up to help. No, actually, he rope-a-dope me. I was exhausted. He was barely winded. But man, it felt like two vultures.
Two Vultures? Aw, yeah. Let's get weird.
How does it feel to be a metaphor for youthful inexperience? Vulture number 2, great Vulture number 1. I love being used to illustrate the importance of pacing yourself during a battle.
How long did Pete spend making this? That one felt good.
Hey, Vulture number 2, when should you buy a bird? When it's going cheap.
I've been waiting for the bird jokes to come out.
Avenge me, brother! Drat! Curses! You've defeated the other me. Out! Out! Breathe candle.
Pete, what?
No! You defeated my metaphorical brother! I'm metaphorically pissed, Spider-Man!
And I'm metaphorically loving this.
What kept me going? Seeing MJ and Harry in the courtyard cheering me on. They believed in me. So I did too.
I see what Pete's doing. Fight with the message. The thematic structure.
No! I'll be back, Spider-Man! I'll be back! That fight taught me I'd always be a kid from Queens at heart, but I could carry that strength anywhere. To Manhattan, to the West Coast, heck, even to Symkaria. Weird to think, but I owe it all to an old man in a bird costume. I should really write him a thank you note. Anyway, nice work, Miles. Holographic spider training officially complete.
That was some great training. Kudos to Pete on super clean combat design.